Mallet, they usually have it here, but I'll just start the meeting. We'll bring the meeting to order. Of the North County Recreation and Park District Castroville Artichoke Festival, celebrating the heart of the community committee. Today is August 25th, 2026. Our meeting will start at 5:38. We are located at, and this is for the good of visuals and hopefully people watching and wanting to know more about what we're doing. We're located at the North County Recreation Center, 11261 Crane Street, Castroville, California. We'd like to officially call the meeting to order. And GM López, will you take the roll call?
President Simon.
Here.
And Board Director Diaz is running a little behind schedule.
Okay.
Typically will be here.
Okay.
Arselia could not make it, she had an appointment. And myself, Alex López, Board Secretary.
Great, thank you. Consent agenda, for everyone that has a copy of that, you can take a look at it. I believe, so I had an opportunity to take a look at it already. I believe it's in order. And since I am the only voting board member at this moment, we'll just table it until we get the other board member in. Okay? Yes, Jim? Is that good? Okay, all right, great, thank you. In addition to that, we want to look at any of the consent agenda items that we approved on the date August 18th, 2026, as pertaining to the Castroville Artichoke Community Committee. And of course, last month we provided information to the Board of Directors as well, so they're all in sync. Now we are at number 4, public comments, and this is any public comments. Please come in. Two of our favorite people, community people. Thank you. Come on in. Yes. Oh, thank you. It's so nice to come to meetings where people are smiling and happy and know each other, right? I'm in so many boards, that's not always the case. So at the end of the day, we call the meeting to order. The consent agenda has been approved. We're tabled until we have another board member come in. Public comments, right now is the time for anyone that has anything to say, to add to the process that may not be listed on the agenda, and that discussions would center around the Castroville Artichoke Festival Committee. So any public comments? Yes, ma'am.
Question,
This is something I love doing, just because people, we want to know who you are. And so if you could stand and share to the...
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Rachel Torres, lifelong resident, took a little break, moved to LA for a little bit, raised kids, came back, and I work at the high school. In the counseling office, admin assistant there to the assistant principal and the counselors. My question is, I'm sure a lot, well maybe not a lot has changed. I haven't been to a meeting in a while, so I didn't even know that they had switched the dates. That's how out of the loop I was for the festival, which is great, that's fine, it's in May right now.
Yes, and it's the year 2027.
Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
2027.
So, have you been posting updates, or where do we see the updates, like as far as vendors, like if we can start spreading information to get new vendors or entertainment even to bring to you?
Absolutely. So I'm going to hand this over to the GM and he can share briefly some of that information. And
Thank you.
we'll be discussing some of that later, but just a little bit of...
The dissemination of information right now, it's being handled by a couple of volunteers who are present. They're doing a great job. But we did start an Instagram page.
Okay, awesome.
Castroville Artichoke Festival. And then, so a lot of stuff is going out there. For right now, we're kind of focusing on the Gala because that's coming up.
Yeah.
And then also, we should be putting on there pretty soon the link of vendors. But we did put that out, a few months ago. And we already have something like 80 some.
Oh, awesome.
So we have
Yes.
a big
Amazing.
number of, a lot of vendors there. But yeah, all the information is going out through there. And pretty soon we'll have that webpage up and running as well.
And are there restrictions as to if you can be a vendor here or not? Can it be just like, hey, I want to make some extra cash, I want to go sell burritos? Like, do you have certain guidelines?
Yeah, so you do have to have a permit, health permit from the county of Monterey.
Okay.
So I would recommend you not get that if someone's, just entering this for the first time. Don't get that until you get approved to actually be a vendor here.
Okay,
So that's a
perfect.
cost of about maybe $1,000.
I think it's
Depends if they want a year long.
600 to 800, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but
Great.
you would need a permit, also a California seller's permit, and you can get that one online. That one's
Gotcha.
free.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about this in a few moments, but it's good to have you ask that question because definitely there's lots of interest already. I mean, we have over 80 people that are now backing out, and we've let them know that the new dates of the Artichoke Festival are going to be happening. And I don't know if you all have had an opportunity to see this, but everywhere I've been going here in our fine community, I see the Castroville Artichoke flyer up on the windows, and I think it's this lady. Can you get some camera action over here? Crystal, and I so appreciate you. I know you're the one that said it. I have talked to every one of those people, and of course they said that you've been, I said, yes, she's a wonderful person. Thank you, because that's what we have to do. Marketing. So people know about it. For those that don't, it's a way to find out. And we'll make sure, have you had a chance to see it yet?
The video, yes.
And the flyer?
Yes.
The one that's on the, have you seen it too? Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, so does that answer your
Yes, thank you.
public comment? Okay, yes. Any other public comments? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You can.
I was wondering, I understand we were speaking last time, and I know this is the subcommittee that combines both the Artichoke Festival and the
Gala.
Gala, right?
Mhm.
I understand there's a separate fundraising committee, so my question is, what got you guys to combine these two together, and why isn't the Gala part of the fundraising committee? As you know, like the lines are kind of getting skewed between what percentage or how are we going to distribute the money from this gala to the festival, and if it's if it is a percentage, we need to define what that percentage is going to be for certain people that want to support. And if so, is there still room to go back and discuss this gala in the future being solely for the Artichoke Festival? Because if it's not, where are we expecting the remainder of the funds to come for that festival, which is going to be a very hefty price if we want to do this right, and start off on the right foot.
Great comments, and that is in the public comment area. We have information related to some of those answers, and as opposed to mentioning it now out of sync of how we're moving towards the information, we will answer those questions for you later on. But thank you for the public comment. It's been documented here. Okay? Any other questions? No? Okay, let's move on. Jim, you want to?
Yes. So we put in the purchase order to get all the linen, the charging dishes, seat covers, so that was all done. We should be getting that this week, ready for the gala. Also, we've secured, like I said last time, Big Choke will be doing the barbecuing for us, which is a ton of help.
That's awesome. Are you familiar with Big Choke? And is there a Little Choke? Is that something I said? I think I said it at a meeting. I said there's a Big Choke, and we should get the youth program. Start one that has little chokes, so the Big Choke, Little Chokes kind of mentor each other. So just a thought.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, they're on board, and thank God for that. Entertainment as well. We secured DJ Mike as the entertainment service, and we've also secured the volunteers to help out that day.
How many volunteers do we have? Before the schools were involved and some of the
Right. So now
nonprofits?
we're one of the clubs at the school, and then one of the basketball programs.
Okay. Some schools, about schools.
Yeah. So we'll have probably about 30 volunteers that day, more than enough.
Is there any other input? I remember when you first walked in, you said something about is it possible to continue to still volunteer? So if you're interested in volunteering, or anyone else that might see this presentation tonight is interested in volunteering, please be in touch with us. And I would believe the best way would be through the website or directly to call the general manager, López. Would you like to recite that information?
Yes, definitely. There's a few areas that we still need some help with. Obviously, the decorating a few days before. We'll probably start Wednesday. We'll set the floor down and start decorating that afternoon. Have it all wrapped up by Friday before we leave here that evening. And then another thing we need is auction items, baskets. So we still need some of those. And if someone could make a donation, if they are already in a basket wrapped up, that's a ton of help. If not, we'll still take it, and we'll just put it together, maybe Thursday or Friday night, and we'll also need help with that.
Absolutely.
And as far as the number, you can reach out, office here 633-3084. Talk to anyone in the office, they'll be able to tell you information. And if you want to talk to them, just let them know, and they'll patch you over.
Great, so remember that's 633, so 831-633-3084, and you can reach out and ask to speak to the general manager, Alex López, and most of the staff, I believe, are pretty well up to date on this. But certainly, we want everyone to be a part of this. This is going to be a beautiful first start at a cultural event that I would like to see happen forever, because there's so many opportunities here, for people to have a good time. And yes, this is for adults. We will have other programs for the kids later, but there will be wine and beer and things of that nature that you can partake in, and I just don't want children around that. But it's still a gala, and I hope people choose to dress up. I just can't wait to see, everyone just kind of stepping out of their comfort zone from the past of what we do here, and dress up and enjoy it in hopeful green and gold. But if you don't have green and gold, we'll accept you wearing anything that you would like that night. Any questions about any of that?
How are the ticket sales going?
They could be better.
Okay.
So, and it tends to happen where, all the events, you see the big rush towards the end. But yeah, please spread the word to help us out with that.
That's the problem if we can't get on the QR.
This is the old flyer. There was another edit to this, and I think that's what the issue is.
Okay.
So,
That's
but
not,
I'll be
I
double
hope the new
checking.
flyers out at all the
Yes.
at all the stores and
That's
the
what's
video.
published.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's online with Mr. White here, and as well as Crystal helped us to
I put the
online. And
QR
then we also put it on our Instagram and our Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So
be
neat.
sure to continue to share it.
Sure. Let me ask a question based on what you just said. Do we have the right one? Do you know which one we have on that you've been passing out?
I have, at the moment, I'm checking right now.
This is the old one.
Yeah, there's no.
Whatever was sent to me at the time.
The one that you had last week, for last week's meeting, I gave that QR code real close up.
Good.
So
Great.
I'll send you
In all the
a,
video, I know you did a great job. I was watching it. People have called me and said, hey, I see you on there.
It's on the Instagram with the QR. I don't know if the flyer had the QR, whatever was sent to me, whatever I had at that time.
So
was
I
when
saw
it
a
was
QR
created.
code on what I see in the stores.
Does that one have the QR on the stores?
What I see in stores, yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
okay, that's the latest one. Yeah, that's the one I had then. The same one as the one on Instagram.
This is an old one.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the 10%.
Yeah, here. Okay, so we'll send that back to you. And then what we can do too is we could possibly get some copies of this at the end of the meeting, so we can give them to you.
Yes.
the correct
Wow.
version.
Yeah, and then you go to the
What'd
link
you
in
say?
the bio of the Instagram there. Just go to the Instagram. link in the bio.
Okay, perfect. I think
It's in the bio of both social media pages.
Awesome.
I mean, it's called what?
Castroville
Castroville.
Artichoke Festival.
Okay, so we kind of got that cleared up, that it's the current one that should be there. It's the work that Crystal has been doing, getting it out. That is the QR code. And these two efforts that Mr. White just shared that he's putting out is a social media opportunity. And I'm putting out the flyers that I received, 30 of them last week, to various people. When I was having a great sushi dinner at Hanabi, I went to everyone at the tables and said, here's a great event. At least 12 people took them and said they'd consider being a part of it. But, before I introduce as well to you, just to make sure you're aware that one of the partners for our event is here as well tonight. All of us have to do our level best to encourage people to come to this. It's important. It's for senior citizens program. This small room houses too many people. And if we're able to get some things happening in this community and raise some funds to do some things in this community, we won't have to worry about that. And if you've noticed, our youth are growing and they're expanding, and people are literally coming to Castroville. There's hardly no places to actually stay unless you rent one of these hotel space areas. But there's just a lot of kids, and we want to make sure they have programs, and that's partially what that's for. And then ultimately, a big opportunity that we spoke of in the beginning was to have an event that would help support the underwriting for the Castroville Artichoke Festival. And that is what this event is about, is for that specific. And that's in reference to the question that was asked earlier. And we, as a committee, are committed to that, to make that happen. We estimated that this event will probably, the Artichoke Festival event will probably cost anywhere between $40,000 and $50,000. We do have several corporate grant makers that want to meet with us. We have one that's already stepped up and came up with a pretty large sum. We have another that wants to do it all, but we said to do it all, you need to pay for it all, and you'll be our best person ever. So that's the good news, and yet we're still looking to have people come and be a part of it. And I'm hoping that you don't have to be a Gemini to understand. I am talking about the Artichoke Festival, and I am talking about the Gala tonight. And when I talk about one or the other, I'm going to always delineate which one it is. So I'm speaking of the Castroville Artichoke Festival, getting as many vendors, getting as many underwriters as possible to support that. And in fact, the gala, financially, if we're able to have a successful gala, we can earmark funds. We've already done that as a board, funds to go to the Castroville Artichoke Festival underwriting of that event. So on that note, I will stop, but I want to not go on without introducing you to one of our partners that I've asked to come after a long day at the library. Everyone should have librarians and people running it as their favorite people. I always loved, my parents always took me to the library and just let us loose, and I think it helped me to grow a better brain. So this is the Castroville Library, Ariana Magana. She's a librarian 2 level, which is administration level, for the Monterey County, just down the street here off of Spiegel. She's going to be one of about 7 partners that we'll have putting on the Artichoke Festival, because we believe each partner should be a part of us, have a booth, come and be a part of the event and share what they do, so that it's an advocacy for that. So in this case, it's related to the library. You want to share anything?
Yeah, well, my last name's pronounced Magana. Unfortunately, on the cards they messed up. I've been the Castroville branch manager since 2022.
Okay.
I've celebrated 4 years. I've been with Monterey County Free Library since 2010.
Awesome.
In different capacities. So with Castroville, that means that I've worked at every one of our 3 regions: South County, Peninsula, and North County. So
Stopped is the best.
There we go, exactly.
yeah.
We were talking about making sure we included the libraries because they have so much history of this festival.
Yes.
I spent hours looking at, I don't know, I saw maybe 30, 40 binders full of pictures.
Yes.
Even when my parents were alive,
So we can
back
go.
60-some years ago.
Yes.
Oh, we have to
And
go.
what I'm thinking is, as part of the library participating in the Artichoke Festival is having a booth and bringing those photos.
Great,
And the previous Artichoke Festival Committee, they donated a lot of items to us. And I have some of them here today, so I can bring them out so you can take a look at them. There's programs, there are plans from before the library was built, where there's the whole layout for the festival, which could be helpful in your guys' planning of the event and where to set people up. And
Well,
also,
Sure, don't mean to cut you off, but the
Yeah.
historic
Yes.
opportunity for people to be, I'm an educator, so I'm a professor, previous in 8-year, another lifetime in other places. But education is the key. Many people don't know the rich history in this community. I mean, there's so much. And you all have really done a great job at not only getting those pictures together, and they're in a professional format. And I was thinking that maybe we have, I don't know if you would like to be inside or outside during the festival, but large enough and a place where people can come.
and comfortably look at the
And look at
items.
them.
Yeah, because we have a lot of things. We have a lot of Castroville times going back to the 1930s.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh my God, I'd love to see that.
exactly. Yes.
I'm not sure
Could you stand up there?
if you're volunteering that, but if the library would be willing, I think we could probably get a historical subcommittee together, because that'd be great to have that site as kind of the museum, so to speak, of the festival. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's cool to go
Yeah,
in there
we
for
have
sure.
to
We
definitely.
need some security because the bathrooms are popular, but
Yeah, so definitely when the question would be, when is the festival gonna be taking place? Because there's also Memorial Day to consider, and if it's on a Saturday, we actually have our holiday, so it kind of complicates things. Then that would mean, yeah, that we're closed. I'm the only exempt employee, so that means my staff is not able to assist me. So maybe we're not able to get the library open for that, depending on the day, but maybe the booth and recruit friends of the library. We have a very active friends of the library.
well, that's what I'm wondering, is if we had a subcommittee
Yeah.
that could, I understand the limitations of county employees, but if it was just the facility and maybe one employee, or
Yeah,
we
maybe,
could figure something out.
yeah, maybe it's just the lobby, and the lobby, the restrooms, our community room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and that could be our booth per se.
That's a great
Yeah.
Week
idea.
before Labor Day, 22nd,
Okay, so, yeah,
Saturday.
all right, so then, yeah, that would be fine then.
So-
So everybody would be on site. And-
So you're comfortable with having it there as opposed to out here somewhere?
Well, and I'm open to whatever,
Okay.
but if people are thinking it's just best to be at the library, that gives the accessibility to the restrooms.
Sure.
And in May, it could be warmer, maybe people want to be inside. And of course, you guys have the 80 vendors.
Yeah.
So we also want them to have space as well.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure,
It's
absolutely.
a great option.
Well, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and so would you like to be a part of that library committee?
Probably not, but I can recruit for it, for
Can you
sure.
recruit for it? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So please get that on video that he's really for it. Jordan and Crystal, my goodness, we need to do
It's gonna
a
be good
short
for his
story
work.
event on the two of you. You do so much, you're involved with so much. So glad that we are one of your interests, that we can do things here together.
Thank you guys.
Good.
It's a village.
Yes, there we go,
Yes.
absolutely. Okay, so, again, I just wanted to thank you. Do you have a question, Judy? So you know the date now, right?
Yeah, I know the date now, yeah. Yeah, I can show some of the things I brought with
So
me
how about, can we do this? Because-
afterwards, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I have,
Your other meeting.
we'll have 20 minutes
Mhm.
before I have to be on a Zoom. That's very important. So if we could do that at the end, so people can take a look. I've seen them, I've heard them. She let me see a few for at least over a week, maybe 2 weeks, and the firefighters and,
Yeah, the North County Fire, they loved seeing the photographs, seeing the, former colleagues.
sure, exactly, exactly.
Real quick question.
Yes.
So, North County Fire Department, they're great at volunteering, so they usually are working. So we should ask them ahead of time, but they do it for the food distribution.
Oh, I'm
We've
sure
been
they're
there.
already on it.
So, I don't know if you know, I'm Vice President of North County Fire Protection
Yes.
District. Yes, okay. So believe me, they're in. They
And the
made-
trucks.
What did you say?
And the
Other
trucks.
It's true. Trucks, and they're part of, in fact, there's several of them are gonna come to the gala as well. They're excited about those drink tickets. I don't know.
They got a table then.
Yes, I
Yes.
think they might have a table. But as far as the Artichoke Festival goes, we've identified at minimum 7 partners, of which the library is one. North County Fire is another. The Castroville Coalition, am I saying it correctly? That coalition group is another. The Water District is another. Waste Management is another. The Sheriff's Department, we've invited to participate, and we need to finalize our meeting that we need to have with them. So that's about 6 right
See
there.
Monterey.
Pardon?
See Monterey.
See Monterey, exactly. And the, I want to say the Chamber of Commerce is also an invited partner to this entity. And so what we would hope is they would invite all their constituents and people in the community, and we all would be advocating for that. We should be advocating for that for both events, really, because both events are supporting each other. So did I answer your question? Yes. So yes, and they're our reserves. We just hired a number of them, and we just
And they're
retired.
great.
Yes, they are.
Kids great.
It's just great to have them be so involved with our community. Yes.
Was the, were you able to get a hold of the KSBW article that had the wrong dates for the festival next year?
So all I have been told is they did have the wrong dates. I spoke to Carlos and shared with him what it was and what it actually is. He said and I asked him would he do a human interest story on us and make sure we advocate that information out there. And we've been continuing to put this out on social media. I put it out on Facebook and other places. I have seen that date and time, the right date and time there. So,
Because that's one of the main ones that's like still popping up is that like that one media piece when they came and the article that was put out recently. And it's still out there, so maybe we can still communicate to someone because it's one of the first search engines, you know. And it has it listed as a week-long event. So we want to make sure that that's not, you know, if people are already planning for travel and
so I
things
haven't
like
even
that.
heard, this is news to me.
Fake
Yeah,
news.
so,
That's all.
Next week it'll be a month. And before you know it, we'll be going on a cruise. Anyway, who knows? But yeah, so
Yeah.
I agree with you completely. Social media, information has to be correct because it'll catch like fire and then it'll go on and we don't want it to not have the right information. So I guess the best way is we continue to advocate through our social media here. And anyone else, and tonight when you leave, would you do me a favor? Hopefully, Jim, if you could, as we leave tonight, if people can have copies of the flyer that has all the correct information on it. And if you would do what I do, I have about 2,800 followers. And so I sent to all of them, I took a picture of it and I sent it to my social media to them. I've had several people come back and say, hey, we didn't know. So if you could do that with your friends too, that would be great. Because that's how we get it done, I think, is part of it. Okay. You want to go over anything specific before we talk about some of these other areas? Jim?
I think that's covered. I also saw it just to add to that. On the Coast Weekly site where they list all the events, it's also listed there with the right date as well.
Great. Another thing that I've asked as far as media and social media goes is to ask these two awesome individuals that I happen to know, and I'm so glad to. I've worked with them on various capacities, more Mr. White than Jordan. However, Jordan and I were talking about a marketing approach in which he's helped to prepare and put it together. And what I'd like to do is have you both work with us on putting together the information that we spoke of in regards to little snippets of the community. Like, if anyone would like to, as they're listening to us, be a part of that, at our board meeting last week, I had anyone that wanted to be a part of the little 1, 2, or 3 minute conversations, and I call them the unspoken conversations about, in this case, the Artichoke Festival, you know, the celebrating the heart of the community. What does it mean to you? How were you aware of it? And then you talk about your family. You know, you talk about your the reason why this is important. So if anyone's interested in that, please, we'd like you to sign up with us, be in touch with us, and if you're interested, definitely sign up and get in my little special book so that we can make sure that we get you in there. And then what we want to do is weekly put out these little human interest stories. And I'm working with KSPW to see if they would work with me on doing like a public service announcement. And we have vignettes, like a few of those throughout, and that they would change. So first of all, how do you feel about that? Anyone?
Love it.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Your family has history, our family has history.
Yeah, that's about 50 interviews right there, just between the two
Yeah.
families.
So good. And if you
That
can
is awesome.
And if you can get the family together and then have a family have a spokesperson,
Yes.
and then maybe you pick, you know, someone younger, someone older, someone in the mix, and then just have everybody say, hey, you know, I'm the, you know, Calderon family or the Smith family or whatever, or the Diaz family.
Queens on your side and queens on our side.
Oh yeah, Artichoke Queens.
Yeah,
Past Artichoke
our aunt.
Queens.
Our cousin
Our
even.
cousin and her aunt, right? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Something that we're talking about is to have, because Miss Martin, Debbie Martin, was the queen of the Artichoke Festival. And then there's another lady, her name is Emily Ann. What is her last? Emily Ann, do you remember?
No, no.
So she participated in the Artichoke Festival events over in Monterey
Oh.
when it went that way. So she's been in touch with me. She's going to try to come to our gala, but she's
Great.
definitely going to come in and start helping to work with us. She's a film documentary creator and has a lot of that background. Literally in, I want to say, New York, her family had a reunion, and it was everything artichokes. And I'll have to send some of these pictures
Wow.
from artichoke muffins, and everybody was dressed up in artichoke clothing. And she talked about how when she was a child, she fell in love with the artichoke. And then, so she's now, I don't know, I believe 30-something. She's been doing this all along and advocating all along, and has participated in, I think, at least 2 artichoke festivals. And she asked, could she participate here? And I said, absolutely. So we'll let you know more about that. So that's unique. So I believe it'd be great if, and if you're talking about volunteerism, so both of you were artichoke queens?
No, no, our cousin.
Your cousins were?
Yes,
You
Betty
were actually an artichoke queen?
McMillan.
Who?
Betty McMillan. She was Betty
Okay.
Jimenez McMillan.
So if you can get in touch with those people, and then if you would like to be a part of that committee of people putting that together. So when we put together our information of how the flow of the evening will go, we'll make sure we include at this time, we'll have the former Artichoke Festival queens and was there any kings? I'm trying to remember.
No.
No. Okay, so queens, come take the floor and then come up to whatever area that we have with the camera, and then let them just say, hey, you know, who they are and welcome their family. Just have it be a festive thing. So how does everyone feel about something like that?
I like that.
Okay?
I'm gonna try
So-
and get my cousin to, so we can get a table, so
Yes.
she'll come, be at our
Yes.
table and she could
Right.
stand up or speak, or, I'm gonna try.
That would be wonderful. And you're Miss Torres?
Yes,
Yes. And so your family are the family of the Torres?
yes.
So
my
are you
cousin.
related to Ray Torres?
Yes,
He's our
Oh my
cousin. He was our cousin.
Everybody, when I.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Torres.
this, yes.
on our dad's side, dad
Yes.
and his dad,
It's all good. Yes, that's great.
or his grandfather.
So if you could follow up on that, and I would love you to, could you be the person that would help to oversee that for us? You just seem like a personality.
on, but I will definitely help someone, that's, I'm gonna be real.
Okay, so then if you could help us find someone,
Yeah.
that would be even better. Okay, and then just direct information to our general manager, and he has the team of people that are, you know, doing everything all related to the food and the volunteers and such. But we'd like to have someone else to do that instead of, because I think it would be fun, instead of us as a team of staff and or board members doing it. And it should be community, you know? That would be good.
real quick question. So what are you serving so we can tell them about the tickets? This ticket consists of,
Yes, our GM will share that if he would.
Yes, so the, it entails tri-tip as well as barbecue chicken, pasta with artichokes. And also we will have a great event that always is a lot of fun, a dessert option, silent option. So we'll have several desserts out there for all the tables.
Okay. Artichokes will be in the house that night, and the decorations will have that as well. So wanted to take a moment to introduce one of our board members that works like everyone probably does, and then just really worked hard to getting over here in time tonight. So this is board member Diaz, Antonio Diaz, and if you can give him a hand, he's an awesome person on the board, and so appreciate him and all that he does to help us with all that we do, because it's very important. And in about probably 7 minutes, I am going to retire into another area. I have to be on Zoom with the politicians and such tonight. And if he would take over the chairship at that point. So right now, we are co-chairs of the Castroville Artichoke Festival Committee. And so anything he says is as if I'm saying the same thing. Other than food and what we're having, other than auction items, of course we need, is there anyone else that would like to bring up anything that we need to speak of that I might have some input on?
I still have like another 50 bottles that I need to bring so the seniors. So I dropped them off, but
Yeah.
I know, I'm sorry, I was waiting for the whole car week thing and then first week of school, so I haven't had time to bring them.
Note to self, don't try to pick anything up during car week. I
Oh.
picked them up from a
Oh, I
winery
know,
downtown
terrible.
Carmel. It was
So
rough.
Yeah.
unless, if they don't need them anymore, I'm just gonna dump them. Do you guys still want them?
No, I think,
They could use them for next year.
Yes.
If there's any extra. So if you have them, yeah,
I
we'll
figured
take
it
them.
was,
Yeah.
okay.
They're not plastic, they're heavy duty.
yeah, they're glass. They're glass, yeah. And it's just a beautiful idea. I don't know if you know about it. Maybe you could talk to people about it after the meeting.
I think I heard.
But it's just great. And I think it's still, is it going to be our centerpiece? Are we going to use?
Yes, that's what, to my understanding, yes.
Okay, so give Director Diaz a moment or so. You want to share anything?
Yeah, the centerpieces are gonna be those glass bottles, the wine bottles that they're talking about. I know the seniors have done a wonderful project working on them. I know I've came here a few times while they're working on them, and they've been putting in some great work. The detail is amazing, so I'm happy to see the end result on the 5th. So.
I've spoken to some of the seniors and they're very proud of their work and excited to be working on that. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that input. That is really important. And, you know, I was speaking to someone today about how we need to take care of our community. You know, our seniors, our youth, our families. A lot of times government isn't going to do it. So it's about us taking care of each other and just truly feeling that we're all a family. I'm on about 7 boards and president of 2, vice president of 2, and then the rest at executive level. But I say in all of them, we really should be very family oriented. We took the oath of office to represent the community, not our own total ideas or issues. But yes, you can convey that. But we should be here taking care of them. They've been asking us for years, the seniors especially, can we have a larger facility? Can we do more? And so we heard that. Our board has heard that, and we are working towards those areas. I'll stop by saying anything the community wants, if it's reasonable, you're going to get support from me. And I believe any board member as well as our GM, it's about that. You're going to see a lot of things happen over the next, probably 9 months. You're going to see all kinds of newness.
Construction?
Yeah, construction and the programs we have for the youth. Pickleball. How many of you can play pickleball? No one? Well, you can play?
Yeah.
Cool. Here's an instructor. Yes. And so we're going to be doing a lot of things, and we're going to really spruce this place up. And I've been working hard on trying to get this $800,000 heater funded, because if we have another lithium battery fire, this is the outreach place where people will have to come, like they did last time. I came at 12, I was here from 11 till about 1 that morning. All of the staff was here. They were freezing, 97 people, freezing in that gym. It was horrific. I really went off on social media on that, and most people agreed. I don't care if they didn't. We need to make sure we are prepared and ready. Look how long it's been. We still don't have a heater repaired and for that room. But
And El Niño's coming.
exactly, there's a
God
lot
forbid,
of.
but
So we are
gotta be
talking to the
prepared.
Board of Supervisors, we're talking to underwriters, we're talking to people to see if they can help us with that. So I'm not tagging anyone or trying to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I just think we need to do our jobs and do what we need to do. That's the key. She can stay in if she wants. You want to stay in? Oh, okay, all right.
Talk to you later, baby.
Future committee member, right there.
Yes, that's
She
right.
looks like it, yeah. Okay, so on that note, I'm gonna stop. Any other specific questions before I depart? Crystal, you have anything?
Yeah. I know last time, a while ago, we said we were gonna bench everything for the festival, but is there still an opportunity, whether just looking at a date ahead, where we're still gonna be able to come to the table, bring more information to the community before more decisions are made for the festival? For example, the recent talk as far as like spreading it over 3 weeks as opposed to like maybe having the festival the same week as the parade or things like that, that can maybe first information come out to the public and still then potentially bring it back to the table to discuss those things? Or are those decisions already set in stone?
So you and I can share how we feel about it. We have talked about it in the committee. We talked about it on the board level. Right now, how you've shared it is how the committee and many people that were here a couple times said it should proceed. But I am always willing to talk about alternatives if it works. You have to commit?
I didn't bring my notes, so I'm so sorry. But you said 3 weeks, like expanding throughout the 3 weeks?
From I'm not sure. So that's what I'm saying. Like even this bit of information that I have, like how can that information become more? I haven't even. Did you guys know that? Like or
No, but I'm wondering if they're trying to do, you know how the rodeo does that? They'll do like 1 week is this, is that what you're referring to? Or-
Well, my understanding. Well, this is where I need clarification as to how it's laying out.
So
And then
if we can do this, if the general manager can make a statement about what it is and the reasons for it, and then we'll have any input you want.
So, we met in committee, regarding that, and then there was also talked about, at the board meeting, and, it was, the direction, that we wanna take is expanding that over 3, weekends. So the first weekend would be, another gala, so a gala will always be associated right before the event. And that's, that's more of a 21 and over crowd. Come and enjoy the festivities. Followed by the following week would be a parade, an evening parade we're hoping for, right down Merritt Street, once everything's back together there. And then the culminating in the actual festival, which will be the third week on Saturday. So we want to make it a nice festive, and similar to the rodeo, how they, expand that over a couple of weeks, few weeks. And to make it, a celebration of the community, basically kind of for the whole month, 3 weeks worth.
Great, you explained it well.
Mhm.
So any input on any of what he just said and the rationale behind it? Because, well, let me tell you, I'm really busy with so many committees and I'm elected, I'm involved with a lot. But I also want this community to have its best opportunity to have the education, to have the community enjoy these events. I mean, think about it, a gala the week before the festival, and we talk it up and we enjoy that gala here. It's a lot of work to do all these things on 1 day or 2 days. And I don't want to overwork or overextend or do a lot of things mediocre instead of a few things really well. So I'm about quality, but I am also about hearing and listening. So if anyone else has another comment, please feel free.
Yeah, and I know that, they've worked for the past year to bring all this together, so there has been meetings. And it's a very Castroville thing to be like, well, I didn't know, and nobody told me,
I
and
know.
trust me, we're all at the same meetings,
know.
right? So on one hand, they have. On the other hand, there is still a sentiment in the community of like lack of awareness or confusion, and part of that is just their own fault. Part of that is just communications, whatever. I think if we could just spend the next 2 weeks and get through the gala and enjoy it, and then have a refocus on the festival itself, almost like a town hall perhaps, to really get the word out from everyone collectively and bring in kind of more commentary and ideas, because as people will buy in, and the reason why I mentioned that is because people have said that they want to come in from out of town. There's people planning to come from out of town, out of state, and so they're not going to come 3 weekends in a row. And so I think the gala can be a standalone, but I think hopefully maybe we can combine the parade and the festival so that those that are coming from out of town can make a weekend of it. Either way, it is what it is logistically, but that's a comment that a lot of people have made, that they would rather see it be one weekend like it always has been, if possible, for travel, for out of town folks. But none of that's going to get decided right now in August. Obviously, this is all post-gala, but I think hopefully post-gala we can have a festival-only focused meeting for the community, because that's going to, the budget, because we don't want to confuse sponsors.
Yeah.
With so really be clear about this sponsorship is for the gala, this is for the festival, or you can do both, or all those kind of things. So kind of refresh all of that after this first gala. Yeah.
Well said,
Yeah.
absolutely. Definitely, everything you just said, I hear you. Let's go ahead and go through everything we need to and deal with the gala and focus on that 110%. And then look at the other possible next week, start focusing on these other areas. Nothing's completely hardened in stone, other than the dates and what we want to do. The dates of the events, the 3, maybe there's a way we could brainstorm. I'm not saying I have an idea about it, but I'm just saying we may be able to combine maybe the Artichoke Festival and the parade.
Yes.
Because if anything, that might
I
be,
like that too.
that might be something that we're
We
able to
don't
do.
have a lot
But
of
if we can,
volunteers.
just let this finish. Just because I want to hear what you have to say, but I want to finish saying this, so I'm mindful of people listening and hearing that want to be a part of this too. So that's a possible thing that we could discuss after the gala. So on that note, did you have a comment?
Yes, I was talking about having people volunteer, so if it's 3 weeks in a row, it's gonna be too hard, especially to get Castroville going. Sometimes, they complain, but they don't do anything. And that's why I'm teaching my grandkids and, no, you need to help, this is our community. I've lived here all my life and let's get together, but I get a lot of naysayers too, so, but I really am passionate about my community and we've been here forever, so let's make it work and have a good festival.
Yeah, I mean, you're never going to make everybody happy, but I think if we can come up together collectively with the best overall plan and then just kind of execute it as a team, then naysayers or not, it's going to be a great, it's going to be a great turnout.
So here's how I feel about that. Those two combined, the reason why I mentioned it is, it's doable, but we need a whole lot of more volunteers.
Right.
Full stop, drop the mic, that's it. Okay, so at the end of the day, I think it can really happen, but I think we should wait till the gala's done.
After the gala, yeah.
But we could talk more about that. Is that something that you're interested in? Okay, great. So on that note, I'm gonna pass the gavel to you. You can still sit there.
Yeah.
Leaving everything else.
Going back to, the volunteers, I mean, I don't know how much control we need to have with this committee, but there are people that run car shows all the time. They would be great to help with the parade, but it's a matter of are we gonna turn it over to them or work with them? Because that's a lot of work, and they have a lot of people that go to those car shows, and my cousin's one of them. And so that would be a big help to take that off of there,
I got a call from the Mortals, I believe it's the President Parra today. He was at our meeting about a month ago.
Yeah.
But he told that he couldn't make it. He told to say that, but he will be here at the next meeting. and they volunteered to help out with the car show part, and I'm sure they, we can bring that up as well.
And I remember the parade was not that long, you know,
Yeah.
so it was just, but it's a matter of like who can organize it, who's like, you say, okay, you go, you stop, you know, and I know, I'm sure we love all the horses and all of that we had, I mean, that's, so hopefully we'll be able to do that and have enough people to help for that part of it, and it's usually early in the morning, so it's good, and then come to the festival after that, so we'll see.
Okay, so, I'm gonna call on you in a sec. As far as what I heard, I don't want to give up any responsibility to another entity.
No.
Because we are on the hook. Things go well, people are gonna be happy. If they don't, they won't, and they're gonna come to us, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind transparency and accountability and liability. So that's why I have such faith in our CEO, our Recreation Center and Department in North County of GM, Alex López, to make those decisions under the umbrella, under our umbrella, and have other people be a part of it. But they need to adhere to and be aware of and sign MOUs,
Yes.
memorandums of understanding
Yeah, no,
of
absolutely.
what we need to do to make this happen. I want it to be professional, I want it to be accountable. It's more that and liability issues than anything else. But I like it that you know people, and I love it if you can get as many people as possible. It'd be great at the next meeting after the gala. Maybe before the gala, we can get them to come to the gala, but the next meeting, as many people as possible. And we'll have sign-up sheets of things that need to get done. And people just come over and start signing up. So that's,
Sign up sheets there, yes, for sure.
so that's my parting words on that.
Thank you.
So I have a question about like youth volunteers. Is that a possibility? Because the high school does have that seal of civic engagement that can be placed on their diploma. Maybe that's an opportunity for
Yeah,
them.
that one's a little more engaged, and we've been talking to them about that for quite a while, actually. So that involves them actually running some sort of program, which is great, and I think that's a good opportunity for them. We can do that for sure. But we also do have other groups that we work with from the high school. Las Guerreras have always been there to help us, the band, and also some of the travel basketball groups here in town, the youth, as well as some of the soccer youth travel league. So I think from that perspective, when the time comes, we will have quite a bit of volunteers from those sources.
As I leave for the third time, I'm really not here. I don't tell jokes well, but I try every once in a while. My students say, don't give up, Professor Simon, someone's gonna hit him. And I'm like, okay. So I'd like to say, we want to have a scholarship program for every school, K through 12, that's in our district, to participate in what we do. And just by them participating, volunteering, and or being in the parade or something here, we will provide a scholarship to them to provide to someone or all of them, to have them be thought of, and we thank them for that work. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, love that.
So that'll include more people. Same thing with nonprofits, we'd like them to be a part of it as well.
And then, yeah, some of those, we've had some of those in the past, and those sign-up sheets. But again, we just need a little more consistency, and we'll also do a better job in trying to get that board out right before every meeting with the help of you guys here.
Yeah.
I have your contact info if you're
Yeah.
reaching out. If you can help us disseminate some of that information, that'd be great. I think maybe soon this week, I'll get together with both committee members to see when we can schedule a meeting right after the gala.
Yeah.
It's already on the website. But it's always posted there 3 days, at least 3 days before any meetings, and it's at ncrpd.org. But also, again, we'll disseminate using our social media accounts as well.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Talk about the dinner,
Yeah, give it
talk
up
about the auction,
Mhm.
how about ticket sales?
We did touch on that as well. Yeah.
Where are we at?
I think we're ready to go for to 5.2 Castroville Artichoke Festival. We've also been talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's kind of
And that's on the agenda here, just in case we have anything coming up. But the focus right now is Gala, I guess the main thing, again, to reiterate, we'll be having a meeting that focuses just on that soon after. I'll get with you guys this, maybe today or tomorrow. We'll post that.
What are the ticket sales, do you know, or ticket sales or no?
I don't have today the
You don't
latest
have-
numbers,
okay.
no, but I can provide this, yeah.
What's the capacity?
200, what was
I got the
that?
paper right here, it will be
217?
216.
216.
Just in the capacity.
Do we know an approximation?
Ballpark?
What was it?
Do you have a ballpark, Alex, from the event way?
No.
100?
Ticket sales?
That was slow.
Oh.
Last time I looked, but I don't wanna. But then again, a lot of it happens a week and a half before, and mostly sometimes
It's
even a
only
week.
a week left.
Week
right?
up, yeah.
So
So
2 weeks, yeah. But yeah.
Sell.
No.
yes.
It's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't understand the layout, I'm still learning it. So the initial question at the beginning, is that for next business or is that during this business now?
I got a couple of questions there as to, why are we not putting it in a certain committee versus another. It was just decided because it needed its own focus to form a committee just for the festival. Maybe in the future, once everything's everything's going well, then we bring it back to events and fundraisers. But for now, at least the very first year, maybe even the second, it'll be its own committee, from what I understand as what the board wants.
Yeah, do you see a potential of separating right now, and that's where some of the confusion is coming from, is because the gala and the festival are two different things.
Yeah.
And in some cases, it was explained that it was part of it
Yeah.
as a launch,
Yeah.
but it's and that's where the confusion is. So
Yeah.
either it is part of the festival, or I think the community would love to see it separated. And if it's just a rec center fundraiser, great, then it's a rec center fundraiser.
Yeah.
But if it's festival and we're getting sponsors and selling tickets, it should be just the festival.
Like it's literally the first thing on Google, fundraising and kickoff event, green and gold gala,
Yeah.
like for the festival, right? So I guess I'm sorry, that's where, since
Well,
last time the confusion
I
is
can
where it's
see- I
like,
can see where you're coming from, but from us, like I've explained before, anything we do is for programs. The Artichoke Festival is yet another program, community event for us. So it's part of our whole mission. So we don't, we don't dissect, right? It's all part of what we offer for Rec Center. So when we say something like that, a lot of the funds, well, we need them, if we need them all to go to the festival, to put that on, that would be the case. But if we also have all these other programs that encompass what we do here, our mission.
Yeah.
So it's still a rec center event, since we took that off.
Yes, but I think
Yeah.
to avoid confusion, people need to know the difference. So we need to be very clear about that.
Yeah.
Because there will be
especially
people,
from the beginning.
there are people who love the rec center and to them there's no difference. And there are others that only want to be involved in the festival and want their sponsorship to go to the festival itself. If on the back end, some of that festival resources goes back to programs, great. But that's where I think some of the confusion is.
Yeah.
And so after the gala, I think we need to clarify and either really combine them or really separate them. And the parade and the festival go together. The gala is this other thing at this point. So right now, some people think it's part of it, some people think it's not. And so that, after this first one, that really needs to get clarified moving forward. hopefully.
Yeah.
Full transparency.
Especially like if it can be like where she's mentioning like, at one point, it's sounding like you're pretty much guaranteed you have some funding set aside for the festival, or it's guaranteed as far as the underwriting that she's talking about. But then again, it's like she's mentioning that have the potential to earmark funds from this gala if we make enough, right? So my question as a member as well is saying, when would we have then that information as far as knowing exactly how much is being donated to the festival, and how much we should maybe then putting more emphasis on the gala and making this the fundraiser for that? If we're secure with having somebody do the underwriting or the idea of somebody taking over all of it, right, and funding all of it, okay, then the gala can continue to be the programs, right? Because I thought that like the crab feed was intended for that, and maybe we need more galas for that purpose.
Right.
But given that we are already securing the funds for the festival as well, right? So that's where it's like that little bit more of that separation, or more transparency as to how much money do we actually have moving forward for the festival.
Yeah.
So we know exactly who to seek out, and and exactly telling them where their funds are going to,
Yeah, I just think obviously at the board and the staff, to you it's all the same, right? Because it's another day at work, but for the community and for sponsors, there is a difference.
No,
So,
and we definitely understand that.
Yeah.
And some of that, the funds that come from, for example, whatever, the sponsorships that help with the gala. So that's to put that on, and all the, whatever benefits come from that will also be used for the festival, right? To put that on, because to cover that gap until we get, unless we get 100% sponsorship for the event to cover the 50,000 that President Simon was talking about, then obviously those funds need to go there, plus other funds that we use here,
Yeah, and I think we
from
can
the rec center.
get full sponsorship for the festival.
Right.
If we start
Yeah.
mixing funds for the gala, that's where it will be a challenge.
Yeah.
To communicate
And-
that to the community and to the sponsors.
So I think, so when I came in the board, I think it was like February, March time, right? Initially, and I don't want to confuse anybody, right? So initially it was supposed to, the Artichoke festival was supposed to happen in September, right? Due to our streets being closed because of construction and other stuff, right? We decided to just kind of put the festival aside and then just keep the gala, right? Which that generated some sort of confusion because some people, as you were mentioning, they were putting the gala and the festival together, right? And there was never that sort of clarification. If you haven't been coming to the meetings, or maybe seeing what Mr. White posts,
KSBW puts the wrong information.
yeah, and that's where I was going next, right? KSBW, the last video I saw, kind of they intertwined. I'm even confused myself, and I'm the one sitting here.
Yeah.
So, so I think after this first gala, we do have to make a couple of decisions, whether we are gonna totally separate these two things, or if they're gonna be together. We need to figure something out because the community does need a clearer answer. In regards to the AI stuff, if you type it in, AI pulls information, and I'm pretty sure it's pulling information from the KSBW website. So it's just generating, that, and I know I'm a victim of it too. So I don't know something, I'll just type it in, and whatever it says, I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds about right. So, I guess we just need to better inform our people. But I really want to do that right after the gala.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if they do not keep them together, definitely a name change.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to change the gala, to another name, but I think it's important to have it. I do want to grow these programs here. Heck yeah, I have my nephews and nieces here growing up here. They need options, they need things to do. I work at the high school. I see what happens when they have too much time on their hands. I don't want that for our little town. I want bigger changes. I want us to have a safe walking town. This is a very walkable town, but I want it safer. I want programs. I want them to learn how to take care of their community. And so I'm all for having the galas or the fundraisers, let's come up with more. And I want to see if you have representatives from each program, I'm all in, my heart will be open. I want to hear the stories of some of the seniors. Let's see more videos of the seniors. Let's see more videos of them doing their projects. More videos of some of the youth that are here. Talk to the kids. How is this helping you? Some kids, they have nothing but bad stuff going on in their homes. They come here, they get to play basketball, baseball, whatever they're involved in. I want to see those stories because you're going to get more people that's I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to donate money. There's people sitting on money, they don't even know what to do with it. Send it here to our community. So I'm here to support both because I absolutely want the festival to come back too.
Yeah, thank you. So the next meeting after the gala, we'll focus 100%. But yes, for sure. I agree with you 100%. It's the, when we decouple the two because we needed to move one, that's what created that confusion. But next year, and we'll talk more, since they'll be together, whether a week or 2 weeks, and we'll decide that, right? I think it'll just make sense. But there'll be further discussion for
Yeah.
sure.
I did like Jordan's idea of doing it in 2 weeks, but like Alex said, we'll touch the subject after the gala.
Yeah.
Take it step by step. And yeah, I agree with you, ma'am, too, because I grew up in this community. I left this community to join the military, and I came back. And as soon as I became a board member and I started coming in and I started seeing the kids in here, especially right now in the summer, it filled me with joy because like these kids are here doing something. They got something to do. We've all seen, you know, when kids have a lot of time in their hands and they're out in the street, and you know, so we don't want that. I don't want that for the community. I grew up here and I want to stay here. So if I could put, you know, just a little bit of a grain of salt in there, like an effort of like bettering this community, that's, you know, that's my goal at the end of the day.
And usually these meetings happen on Tuesdays. Again, we'll get together with the exact date, but I'm thinking maybe the Tuesday right after the gala or the following, but it'll be soon after, and we'll let everyone know.
Thank you.
Anything else in regards to the Castroville Artichoke Festival? No? No? Alright. Cool.
At this point, I think we're at number 7.
Alright, cool. Adjourn the meeting at 6:44 p.m. I'm so sorry.